Don't you dare
Hello,
fucking do
welcome
such a
to
thing.
the Fast Food Thursday day of today. It's been a fucking day.
Sure
It
has.
has. It
I
fucking
I,
has.
I tried. I love retail. I tried to get
No, you don't.
that very. You don't spoil the story. So
Go on.
I wished to buy. Actually, let me. Is there an English word for this thing that I was trying to buy? Index cards.
Probably.
Yes, of course. I was trying
Oh
to buy
yeah.
index cards. And I was trying to buy blank index cards that don't have like a pattern on them.
Lines.
Yeah, or like squares, whatever. There's the different kinds. I had to go to three different shops to get white rectangles of thick paper or thin
Yeah.
cardboard, depending on how you want to look at it. Because the first shop, the one that's near me, they only had index cards that had like all manner of patterns on it. They had like hexes on them. Like, okay, but do you have
What?
white ones?
Right.
Um. Then I went to like a super duper, we have everything paper related artsy paper shop that I had to walk to for a long distance. And they did have those cards. However, I was about to ask the cashier if they can cure cancer because that's how much they fucking cost.
Oh my god.
And then I went to in the other end of town to a Mac Paper and got myself. Then they had like 100 pack of those for a reasonable price. Like
That's the
what the.
store? Mac paper?
Yeah, it's a chain. It's a like an art supplies chain.
Ah. Okay.
But
Okay.
That would be like
I had to go to three different shops to get index cards. Like, you know what I mean?
Wild. Yeah.
Hmm.
'Cause, like we were gonna go get some craft stuff. We needed like poster board and all that good stuff. And usually that's at like the grocery store because our grocery does like a bunch of like it's like a Walmart, like a super center or
Yeah,
whatever.
I have that. They have that like in the we call that a drugstore. That's like right next to the grocery store, drogerie, where they have such things also often.
But
Mm.
it's usually like the stuff that kids take to school
Yeah,
so parents can just pick it up while they're going to groceries or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, they always have like some fucking designs on it or some shit. But like I just need blank ones that I can put with like my art to give to people. Can I just write a thank you note? Can I just blank paper, please? So I had to go to fucking FedEx and just ask them for paper from their printer because they didn't just sell like index cards or anything like that or like
Yeah.
what are those postcards, like they didn't have, they had that size paper but they didn't and it was a fucking process. They ended up selling it to me out of their fucking printer. It was wild.
Yeah. I this is- but
Wow.
this is why people order online. Like
Yeah,
This is
honestly.
always the
incredibly.
same shit. Like every single time I go into retail and I try to get something, they don't have it. And then somebody at some point tells me, yeah, that's because everyone orders it online. It's like, what do you think I'm going to do when I go home after having wasted a whole fucking day walking around town instead of working, you dipshit? I'm going to kill you. This is a real threat that I am making to
This
you,
is a
the store
factual threat.
employee. I will come here tomorrow at. Oh, you're not working tomorrow. Okay, then when's your next shift? It's like
When's convenient for you?
so
All right,
next Tuesday. It's like,
Thursday.
well, I'm gonna come. Can I come over on Thursday? And I'm going to kill you. That's always what I say.
Mm. That sounds about right.
Burger over here acting like a clanner from Battletech.
Is this a alternate
Battletech,
universe
right?
Ben Garrison, or is this an actual Ben Garrison?
I can't tell, to be honest.
Yeah, because I
kind
mean he's so unhinged. It might as well be based accidentally.
Jesus.
I,
What?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hope this is real, just because of how absolutely funny it would be.
Unfucking believable. Yeah, I mean, and also it was just generally one of those every light is red day.
Actually, every light was actually red on my way to work.
God damn, that fucking
Jesus.
sucks.
Yeah. Like, I looked at it, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I was about to run the last one, but I was like, you know what? Let me not get arrested. They have drones with guns now.
What?
Oh yeah, don't they have like
Specifically,
flags?
that's just in San Francisco. That is where it has been legalized.
Oh my god.
It is legal in the city of San Francisco for police drones to be used to kill people.
That
Well,
this,
you know.
once again, literally a war crime. I just want to.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. California.
Once again, California showing everyone how to do it best. No, not really. Honestly, California might be one of the lax
That
ones, but
wasn't-
still.
That wasn't in this state where they ran that train on that other cop. Like, that was in a
Wait,
different
what?
place.
Wait, what?
What happened there? Like, what is the situation with that
Oh
guy?
right, ran a
Long
train.
story
Yeah.
short, basically there was a group of 5 male police officers and 1 female police officer
Who was
that
married,
were
by the way.
basically just fucking all over the police station on the job,
Yeah.
and they got caught doing it.
And I was like, base.
Yeah, I was like,
Good for her.
make love, not war. I mean,
Right. Like, she had an open relationship, and those other guys did not. So,
So
well,
this was literally
wait, did
just
she?
fine.
yeah, like, it was just fine.
I was actually told that what was going on was that she actually cheated on her husband.
The
Well, that
men
wouldn't be fine.
were cheating on their wives.
Okay.
She and her husband have an open relationship. I looked into
Oh.
it because I was like, what if they were just, like, what if they were all just swingers and it was all just like
Yeah.
a great thing that was happening and they were fucking on company time? Like, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
you know.
pay taxes for that.
I'll pay taxes.
That woman is a hero. Oh, really?
Honestly.
Because every minute they spent with their dick inside of her is a minute they weren't murdering unarmed black people.
True.
So-
And some of them were black, so
Yeah.
I'm like, hey. But yeah, it was kind of fucked up.
You gotta
'cause,
get
like,
that pussy somehow.
some of the wives were like upset, and I was like, that's fair.
That's
Yeah.
understandable.
But,
You know, you
but
didn't
from what I've
talk
seen, it's
about
like
this.
mostly people shitting on the girl, and she
Yeah,
seems
mostly
to be the
people
only
are
one
just-
who hasn't done anything wrong here.
I was reading it. I was like, how are you gonna write? You're gonna write articles about the only woman cheating on her husband, and her husband's like, we have an open relationship. Like, I'm totally fine. And like, they're like posting pictures of him, like, oh, he's getting cucked and shit. When nobody's posting anything about the husbands that are actually breaking their
Cheating.
vows and shit.
God damn.
And I'm like-
No, because you gotta understand, it's a completely different. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I saw this phenomenon just
All of it is true.
recently now in England. I don't know if you know, but there's been a cop who exposed himself as a serial rapist.
Yeah, I heard about
What?
this.
Yeah,
I
no,
did.
legit.
Like, just said it like it's...
No, he completely admitted to fucking, sexually abusing people who had been under arrest and shit. 49 times. 49 fucking
Fucked
counts.
up, my dude.
Like, no. This is what you don't understand. While I'm sure there's bad cops on the same level of, like, they sexually abuse the ones they arrest, right? There is nowhere near the fucking level of that in the USA compared to the UK. In the UK, cops are absolute fucking monsters, and you should, the first one you see, fucking punch them in the fucking face.
Well,
Like, in no way do I
Are we comparing, like, cop trauma dick here? Like, what are we...
No, but I'm just saying, like, if you come to England, run away from the fucking cops.
I mean, I don't trust the
in
cops, period.
In the US, I would go like, okay, I'm fucking scared. I'm not gonna fucking do anything, But in the UK, I would actively fucking run from cops because I do not in any way.
Are you
fucking
allowed
trust
to assault a police officer and not go to jail in England?
No, you would definitely, but they would
None
probably
of us
have a
are
hard
winning.
time.
The bobbies aren't like most cops aren't even properly armed. They have like tasers and some gay
Batons?
shit. Yeah, American cops carry nuclear warheads on their belts.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you
That's
mean?
The
why-
equivalent.
Yeah, the
Well,
Also,
would
they-
you not run from them because it wouldn't make a difference anyway? Is that
Yeah, exactly. It would not make a difference
I
to
mean,
me.
if I was in the UK, I'd just throw a tin of like mustache grease
No, but there's been
and like distract them.
there's been so I will
like
admit
the
I will
cartoon
admit,
sounds are playing as they
um,
slip?
Yeah,
It's the
I will
Benny Hill.
admit
they'd
there's
be
been-
like,
there's
right
been-
here, here we go.
There's been quite a few videos about UK police just having an absolute awful time arresting someone. Either like the person ran circles around them, or he just like I don't know, fucking shadow boxed them, and they couldn't fucking do anything. And it's like the police here are fucking pathetic, honestly.
Yeah, I've seen videos of them on Reddit. And it's like, yeah, they have they move around like they're potatoes walking on toothpicks.
I
They
don't
just
know.
constantly fall. They just constantly fall over.
Yeah,
Oh hell yeah!
but yeah, just like I do not trust the police.
Just like run from them. Got it.
Yeah, no,
Put it on my
like
checklist.
I would be able to run away because they wouldn't try and shoot.
Because they don't. Okay, so they don't practice cardio, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
I wanna.
I don't think
I wanna
anybody
make.
in
I
the
wanna
UK
read
practices
something from
cardio.
chat from our dear friend Bigot. Posh sure loves just making takes.
I am a take machine, my guy.
Extremely
maker.
true. Yeah. You are a
I'm
take
just
machine.
I'm literally the most retarded take machine in the
Oh, hey.
fucking server, I'm sure.
I graduated from that college.
Ohio State University Police College?
Yes.
Why the military in Germany does not have vehicles like this?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have
yeah, the lot.
OSU
Yeah,
has
so
their own
Yeah,
police
Germany is missing
department.
quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the German military is fucking rickshaws, basically.
That is true. In all
Yeah.
fairness, that is extremely true. There's a new defense minister now.
Oh yeah, how's he or she doing?
Well, his name is. It's not. No, hang on. It's Boris Pistorius, not Oscar Pistorius. Very, very different person. Yeah, he was like a state politician, and this is something that Olaf Scholz does a lot, where people will go like, oh, it's probably this guy, it's probably this guy. They have like, oh, because these are like political insiders, these are people who are like near the top, and then he just arse pulls someone out of nowhere who is like extremely good at the job. That's kind of one of the superpowers of Olaf Scholz, and the hope is that this has happened here again. Although, in all fairness, the reason the old minister had to, well, she did choose to resign, was just because there was a completely unfounded media smear campaign against her as being like incompetent. And the straw that broke the camel's back was, I shit you not, an Instagram video where the audio was bad.
Lol.
Yeah, that's
What a
Yeah,
time to be
okay.
alive.
that.
I
I
do
mean,
have to
just
say-
incredible.
I do have to say I am slightly worried. Because I don't think I've heard anything about protesting the actual cop who did like 49 counts of sexual assault against people he arrested.
But is he like in jail now? Is he
I think he's been suspended.
okay?
Possibly, I can't recall. They did something to him, but I don't think they
We
did
just
enough.
said that the cops were incompetent, so he's probably just on house arrest or something.
Yeah, something like that. I would not be
They
shocked.
put him in the jail cell where he used to molest people with other people. I mean, this
Oh,
is like
this-
this
The
whole,
one with the actual like bed that's set
Yeah.
up for that whole thing.
this is like this debate with the pedophile on the spaceship. So where
The one place.
accidentally a 5-year-old boy was placed with him.
Oh
You
my
gotta
god.
hook up. You got.
This is
you
the
gotta hook
one
up with
thing we
Carl
did not
Benjamin.
want to happen.
Uh,
Oh, that fucking rules. I'm also.
I saw this video.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to mention I saw this video this morning and I recommended, and I thought Fox News was like making a dunk video on Tucker Carlson. They're like, yeah, this guy's so stupid, we had to make fun of him.
But it wasn't that.
Yeah. Yeah.
what was it then?
Anyway,
This is
I
a
don't.
great
I
meme.
didn't watch it.
This is a great meme. No, I have a this is I'm actually drinking because today was shit. I'm drinking a chili mead. That is some I'm trying
Is
to
that good?
Oh yeah, it is really good.
Oh, okay.
It's very
Okay.
spicy, but alcohol is very good at binding capsaicin. So when you drink it, it's spicy, but when you swallow it, a lot of the spice disappears very quickly.
Nice.
What kind of chili peppers are in it?
I have no idea. I bought this. I've been trying to replicate the recipe. I'm pretty sure
But could not find anything.
whatever it is that I made, they also have a chestnut honey mead that I'm also trying to replicate.
Nice.
I know the guy who makes it. Like he's an acquaintance. I know the bar and the guy, who and he will not disclose this information. So I'm reverse engineering it. I figured out I know what the chestnut meat is. It's literally just the chestnut honey that gives it its very unique flavor. But the chili meat, I've done it now with it's currently in secondary fermentation with chili peppers and habaneros, and I'm curious how that will go in its totality. But these things, they take a long time to ferment, so.
Yeah.
I also do enjoy my spicy drinks. I mean, granted, I'm not really much of a michelada guy myself, although those are very popular.
Yeah. Have you ever? You probably
remember-
there's a German shot or cocktail called a Mexican.
What's it?
Yeah, let me find out what is in that actually.
Does it have like salsa in it?
I think
I hope so.
Tabasco.
Oh
Mexicana
yeah, it probably has
cocktail.
Tabasco in it.
Tabasco's a pretty common one.
There is it's literally on the American Wikipedia page. It is called Mexicana, in German. It's a mixed shot made from clear liquor, traditionally corn, but sometimes vodka or tequila, tomato juice, sangrita, Tabasco, salt, and black pepper.
Ooh.
Oh, it's like a very spicy Bloody Mary, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like it would work pretty well with tequila.
And tacos.
Yeah.
Apparently it's from Hamburg. Yeah, I love Mexicana. What's happening? Oh, it's Posh's thing that's making the sounds. Yeah. I was walking.
my stream?
I was walking with my ex the other day, and one of the clubs that we used to go to is closed now. And it's like they used to have Mexicana for like 50 cents.
What?
And now you can't.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
50 cents.
I remember that there used to be this nightclub in the town I lived in, like just down the street from me. Went there because like I was a kid at the time. It was this place called the Mirage, and the funny thing was that it was located
in a desert.
Yeah.
right in the same library.
In the library?
No, right next to it because it was in the
okay.
same. And I would always see that club. I would never go in there because again, I was like 14, 15.
A child.
And the main reason I remember it is because one night it just burned to the fucking ground.
Oh, that sucked.
Did it explode because of all the alcohol, or?
I have no idea. All I know is the ruins are still there.
What?
They never rebuilt it.
Nope. It was
The library's just like.
It was literally like 100 feet from the city library.
Oh my god.
Well, the city library is probably made out of stone. It's probably stouter.
Yeah, it's like a big old like Here, I can grab a
Excuse me,
picture.
what was that? Stouterer?
I said stouter, like stout, like how a dwarf is stout.
Uh-huh.
Just lower the. It's thicker,
More
lower
stout.
the ground. Yeah, you can't push it over.
Stutterer.
Yeah, you can't push that library over.
I don't mean to sound like an alcoholic, but when you said stouter, I thought you meant like the type of beer.
Oh, the type of beer. Speaking of super cheap drinks, fucking a couple of years ago, Applebee's had like an afternoon like happy hour special where they had $1 Long Island iced teas.
Okay.
Were they good?
Ooh.
Yeah, you could get like absolutely sloshed off of like 4 of them.
Like, hey, babe, let's go to Applebee's.
Yeah,
We're pulling out the good cups tonight.
Well, I just like.
We're
to think
pulling
that
out the
reason
wooden cups,
people-
milady.
I got $10. Let's go get drunk.
Exactly.
The good old
Exactly.
days. I mean, you can still
Back when
do
I could
that.
afford to go out and eat.
You can still do that by just going to the supermarket and buying your alcohol there.
Well, like,
Yeah.
I like
true.
to think that the reason they canceled it was because too many like white soccer moms after like taking the kids to soccer practice like went over to Applebee's and just got fucking
It's probably insurance
wasted.
based
White girl wasted.
because if
Yeah.
they did get
White
drunk and then
girl
they
wasted.
had to drive home, they probably could sue them for
Yeah.
not
They still
stopping.
do they still do like a unlimited. I think if during happy hour it's like something like unlimited mimosas or something as
Unlimited?
well.
I don't think you
Wow.
can give people unlimited. Like, you have to put a cap on alcohol if they're getting like too out of control.
Well, it's like it's.
I
like
don't
unlimited
understand you,
where-
Americans.
Unlimited
It's like
mimosas!
Well, it's like a limited breadsticks at Olive Garden, which is limited means
Breadsticks are
I know that
considerably
from
cheaper
experience.
than alcohol.
Also, you can't get too fucked up off breadsticks, I think.
I know, it takes a lot of breadsticks.
Not if you do them right.
I don't know the APV of breadsticks, but
Probably very, very high. Burger, come on, let's be real. They've
You know,
probably
they
very,
use the
very high.
German
but
beer
like,
in
do
the
they cut
breadsticks.
you off with the mimosas?
Probably.
If it's unlimited, like, no, but they have to. Like, legally, they have to. Like, they can't let you leave sloshed because you're driving from a restaurant to your house.
What do you mean they can't let you leave?
Like,
Legally
okay.
cannot leave you slot.
So, like, they
You cannot
can't.
stop me from leaving this
Well,
establishment.
that's true, but, like, you can't sell some. Okay. You can't give them more if you think they're drunk already. Like, it's irresponsible, and legally you can be held responsible for them.
Irresponsible.
What a
Actually-
gay ass country America is.
Look, they don't do that shit in France.
Well,
I don't think.
I'm sorry that we can't all walk home from our establishments.
No,
like,
but I mean,
everything
but also,
requires
like,
a car.
Germany, people don't give a shit. Like, it's just.
Well,
Well,
true.
I mean, this is Germany. Come on,
But,
Germany is a country
that is
of
true.
I
I
think-
mean, our drinking culture is very liberal.
Yes.
Loose, I would say.
You
Is a
can
better
drink
term.
out in the street. Like, we can't even drink outside.
That
It
one
is
thing I will-
bewildering to me that you can't drink out in the street in most places in the
exactly.
world.
That is the same thing to me,
Well,
and I'm a non-alcoholic. Look, I don't drink. I drink 1 pint of cider, and I'm fucking done. You know, and that still bewilders
get me
me that
drinking,
America.
I'll pass out.
As long as
Yeah,
I-
literally.
I've literally lived in Islamic countries that have like looser laws on alcohol.
Really?
Yes, like literally.
I think it has to do with the fact that everyone wants to sue people over everything. So, we have to make a lot of laws.
Possibly.
Why? What are you showing us here?
Okay, so I was telling you about that library earlier.
Yeah,
That's the library right there.
yeah.
And
yeah.
we'll go real quick.
When you said right next to, I did not expect an enormous parking lot to be in the way.
Jesus.
There we go. There, right.
I
I
also
am
thought they
Jesus.
were like sharing walls when you said like right next to.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad that another American, like from California or living in California, also understands the same way I do.
Yeah.
What this is?
When
Yeah.
someone's like right next to, I don't think like across the parking, like mall.
This is just a big slab of concrete.
Yeah,
There is no ruins.
What is the role of this
kind of.
area in the town that you occupied during your childhood?
So that you can kind of see on distance over there. That was a Chinese restaurant. That's a church. I think that's another church. That might have been like an automotive park.
So is there no grass or anything?
And
Commercially?
over there is a banquet hall.
Yeah, this is where the shops go. They make
What the
like giant parking.
It's a parking lot.
Yeah, and then they put shops right on top of the asphalt.
Pretty much.
Oh, it's like a market.
Yeah,
Okay.
So-
but
well,
like
that's
everywhere.
fine. Oh, I thought no. I mean, like, as in they come up and they put up like a tent and they sell cheese or something.
Oh no, they put like
Oh, no.
stores there. And then the parking is for the people who go to the stores.
Why?
Wait, hang on, they do the parking lot first,
Yes.
and then the
Yeah.
shops just.
And then they put the shops in the parking lot.
What the?
They fit them in
Fuck.
like certain areas.
How is it that after
Yeah, this was
years of being what is considered in this continent an expert on America, just regularly I still find out shit that has me like, what do you mean?
America was literally built for cars, and this is
I
one
mean, but I'm
example.
aware of this,
Yeah,
and
that's very
even considering this awareness, this is baffling to me.
You're like, what?
And
I remember the first time I seen they
It's
put
the
a
same
restaurant.
Are you okay, Freest?
Yeah, I'm
No,
fine.
he's got American internet.
Area right over. This is actually where like all the skateboarders would hang out when I was a kid.
I mean, that makes sense.
Not at the
That
skate
is.
park?
And I think
We don't really have a lot of those.
Yeah.
Up on that
Like, the
content.
one thing I've learned from watching skate videos is if they're in America, y'all have fuck all. And even if you had skate parks,
Oh
people
my
would still
god!
complain.
Yeah, it's all
Wait,
concrete.
where are you posting these pictures at? I can't
No,
find
no,
these.
he's streaming it.
He's streaming.
it.
Jesus
Oh, okay.
fucking Christ, what the fuck is that?
What in the shit?
I've
That's
played
a
this
town.
game.
I look,
I mean, I know you from. I know you're from the desert, but I didn't know it was a desert because they just put concrete everywhere.
Oh, that's normal towns.
Oh,
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
I should do a one of these days do a Google Earth thing for
Even in
my
the
town.
country. Yeah, even in the country they have concrete everywhere.
there's entire areas where you just go a little bit out, and it
Outside
goes
of what?
urban to just sand.
Oh,
And
I'm
that's literally
I'm,
Las
I'm
Vegas.
I'm literally in Fallout New Vegas territory. I'm driving up Highway 95 up to Las Vegas right now,
Oh,
like in the desert. And yeah, there's just concrete slabs, just like
Oh my God.
something.
that's how they
used to
just
be
make
there.
cities in America.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
put concrete down and they're like, here you go. Maybe they'll put some trees in like the concrete, but that's all you get.
Yeah, it's like how in the Dune RTS games, before you built anything, you had to lay down concrete.
Yeah.
What
And then you
people
can-
live here, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Who would how is anyone not depressed who lives here?
I mean, that's a mystery to me.
I love the desert. I'm a desert
No, they've
loving
been-
guy. I
That's-
think deserts
Oh,
are
I love the
cool.
desert.
Desert
Look,
enjoyer.
Yeah,
But this
Burger,
is
Burger.
an opportunity to have
I
a
like
whole
that.
ass house, a big house, right
Burger.
next to the desert. And I would rather live in
Burger.
Chernobyl than this.
Burger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Burger! If
What
you
we
want to get
mean,
I think the
Timberg,
people in
that's a neat
America.
part. You already do.
I think the people in America, Burger, might be misdiagnosed when it comes to depression.
Burger, if you want to like blow your mind, like one of these days, get on Google Maps and look up California City, California, the Salton Sea.
I know about
And
the
you can
Salton
see
Sea.
where- Yeah, but if you actually go and look on Google Maps, you can see there's like street plans laid out for these massive cities around the sea that were just like so hyped up in the 50s and 60s, and then the real estate market crashed, and you just see what
And
could
they
have
never
been.
got back.
Yeah, and you just see random houses. Like you see like a square mile block, and there's just like 3 houses on it. It's nuts.
Can we
Actually,
go
It's-
to the Freeze? Bring us to the Salton Sea.
Yeah, it'll be
Lay
on
course
the,
for Salton Sea.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Warp 9
Yeah,
engage.
yeah. If you go on the
Jamie, pull
west
that up.
side,
Woo!
on the
Jamie,
west
pull that
side
shit
of
up.
if you go on the west side of the Salton Sea along Highway 86, you'll see it, and you'll just see like these road grids will pop up, and you're like, wait, they were supposed to be a city here.
Okay, so this is all green, but we're north of the Salton Sea.
Yeah, that's all farmland. You're gonna want to go along Highway 86
So
south.
there it is.
Am I
We have it.
depressed,
We
or
have it.
do I not have enough enrichment in my enclosure?
I drove past this. I drove past this a couple days ago. And I was looking on my GPS. It just showed all these roads that I couldn't see from the highway. All you could tell that anything was out there was just like a lone, like house or like a small group of houses.
Fuck is this?
Yeah. It's like they had grand plans to build this city out there, and it just never happened.
Yeah.
It's so inefficient.
They just laid it out.
Yeah.
Like I've seen American cities are huge.
Yeah.
In not only just because there's a lot of big cities in America, but also that they're big in like the size that they have. I know. This is like a couple of months ago, where someone posted like a size comparison, like a geographical land area size comparison of fucking Paris and I think Houston.
Houston's
Houston
massive.
is wild.
Houston is just, even for an American city, Houston
And
is
it's
pretty
layered.
insane.
And like the
So,
like
like,
just
The
the
highways are
core-
just
the core city center, right?
Yeah.
Of Houston held the entire like Paris was overlaid on it. That was just the size of the city center of Houston. And more people live in that area than in all of Houston.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's
Insane.
the worst part about Houston, in my opinion. A lot of people actually like this, but in my opinion, it's the worst. Is that there's no real zoning laws. You'll see houses.
I know
where,
about this, yeah.
Yeah, and then across from their backyard is like a fucking chemical plant or something. It's insane.
I wish they put this. I'm currently watching a show called For All Mankind, which honestly, genuinely one of the best shows that exists.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
It's set mostly
a
in
while
Houston,
ago.
and I have not seen any of this, but a lot of that is the suburbs of Houston.
Yeah, the suburbs are pretty.
It's a little
standard
better.
Yeah, it's standard American suburbs, but when you go into Houston itself, it's
Yeah,
pretty nuts.
that's like mostly set on Houston and also the moon.
The moon?
Yeah. I love.
It's a really good show. It's a really good show. The premise is
I'll put it on the
basically
list.
like a month before the moon landing, the Soviets land on the moon.
Oh.
And then they also shortly after put a woman on the moon as well. And
Sacrilegious.
yeah, it leads to like the space race intensifies a lot more, and there's a whole like everyone's trying to gain dominance of the moon and stuff.
Yeah, the politics behind it, because
Did the moon consent to this?
No, it
it's an alternate history.
Yeah.
So you have things happen like us losing the moon race, because up until that point it was the same. So it's like literally like now the U.S. has lost every space race.
yeah.
And you have like major like points of divergence, whereas like Ted Kennedy is so flabbergasted by what happened that he doesn't go out to Chappaquiddick. Hence, he doesn't have a dead hooker in his trunk, so it doesn't kill like his political career.
Yeah. Also, John Lennon doesn't get killed. That's
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
yeah. But the
And-
Pope does.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. How far
probably
along are you?
worse.
How far along are you?
I am about like after this. I'm gonna watch the season finale of season 2.
Okay, so you know about the Sea Dragon.
Yes, I know about the Sea Dragon, but we shouldn't
What is
maybe
happening?
spoil
Spoilers.
too many people.
There we go.
Oi,
Okay, yeah,
spoilers,
yeah,
fuckhead.
sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I haven't watched it yet, so
Yeah.
What's
you
the
don't
show
know what
called
you-
again?
for all mankind.
For all mankind. And honestly, it's just the gender relations of that show are so well fucking written. It isn't the misogynist thing. Like it really does explore feminism properly, but it's also not this like the thing that a lot of feminist media that it comes out of like big productions is these days. Where it's just men bad, stupid, men
Yeah.
have bad, stupid brain.
Yeah, they
Men bad. It's like a
Yeah.
real, genuine exploration. It's like this scene where fucking the guy talks to the guy's training this female pilot on driving the moon rover, and he's like, yeah, you need to keep your eyes ahead. And she's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I learned that in driving school, like implying that he's mansplaining. And he's like, no, seriously, you're a pilot. You don't know, pilots have different reflexes when it comes to driving vehicles. And even though you're going very slowly, with this vehicle, I have been to the moon. You need to keep your eyes forward. It is important.
Yeah, I do like. I'm not really gonna spoil anything here, but I know you'll know what I'm talking about, Burger. I do like the fucking analog to like the corporate liberal. Like we gotta put our best diverse foot forward at the beginning of the series.
Yeah.
With that first crew.
Yeah.
And how it's like oh, the Soviets did this, well we're gonna do this and this and this and we're gonna
Yeah.
look so awesome.
Yeah.
So,
But to be fair, it does work.
yeah, it did work great.
I don't like the way the Soviets are portrayed in most of the show thus far, because it's literally just 1950 Stalinville, basically.
Yeah, they don't really show them as like regular people. Yeah.
But aside from
That's like
that,
most media.
the drama is so good. Like, you really see the personal lives of the astronauts and their families and shit. It's really well done.
I'm sure Joe Biden loved the first couple episodes just because of all the fucking Corvettes. So many Corvettes.
Yeah, they all drive Corvettes. That's true.
Hey, Berg, I was trying to show you this earlier, but for some reason Street View doesn't work. So this area right,
There's a lot of airplanes.
Air Force Base. Yeah,
Oh,
it's an
okay,
Air
that
Force
explains
Base out in the middle of the desert. To my knowledge, the Air Force Base is now abandoned. It's not.
It's
this
just a
area
whole ass military base that's abandoned.
Yeah.
And
We have
this
a lot
space
of
right
those.
Here, what this is that this is an entire like almost suburban neighborhood out here that before the Air Force Base was even built
Yeah.
was just. So even while this Air Force Base was like operating, still doing shit, there was just this abandoned suburb right next to it.
It was
And-
already abandoned?
It was already abandoned.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
We have a lot of
So-
ghost towns like that.
Because of
Just
that,
infrastructure that like we don't
this
use.
entire basically just used. Yeah, this entire area was basically just used for like live fire drills and shit, and because it's mostly like airsofters using it and shit.
That is so much living space too. I mean,
There
obviously
is.
nobody wants to live there because of if you live there, you cut off from the universe. But holy shit!
I do want to point out though that this is middle of the fucking desert.
It's what?
It's in the middle of the desert, like.
Oh yeah.
I'd imagine if the military base wasn't abandoned, you could probably have like the wives and families of like, but like yeah, basically like the families of people serving.
I mean, that would
think that was the
that sounds like a good idea, but I would almost guarantee you that they wouldn't do that because it would be smart.
Well,
Fucking
pretty
hell.
much every military base is a self-contained city. So, so that's
So
not
it's like
too
city
far
in
out.
your city.
Oh yeah, like look at
Yeah.
places like Ramstein. Ramstein's like in the middle of like civilization, but they have like you go on to Ramstein, and even though you're in Germany, it's like you roll into an American town.
Yeah, there's like McDonald's there and all that.
So another interesting anecdote, right? Where I was living up in this area, which is called the High Desert, there is not a lot of work. Almost. You had
But
to
you're
go
right
to
next to San Bernardino.
Yep, San Bernardino, Riverside, Merino Valley, Ontario, etc. The only way to get
I was in Ontario.
Highway
days ago.
15, this whole path, you basically have to drive an hour to get from any of these areas.
Through the mountain.
Drive an hour through the mountains to get to where there's actually work.
Woo!
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
God, give me a fucking campsite,
And
please,
and
for
I
the love
used
of
to-
God.
Hey, Freeze, could you do me a huge favor and show Burger Creek the huge truck stops in Ontario?
I think
The Petro and the TA.
Patron TA got it. Let's see. Ontario.
Yeah.
Isn't Patron something that you
yeah.
drink?
Patch. That's different.
Patron. I like to stay at the Petro because they have like really awesome meatloaf and really awesome chorizo, eggs and chorizo.
That does sound busting, to be fair.
Here,
that's
this one
sounds
right
pretty good. Petro.
Some truck stops have like boss food. I just.
I mean, this seems to me like, okay, this is a major truck like logistics hub.
Right.
Oh yeah,
like a truck depot.
Yeah.
Well, this is like the big one, like, because LA itself doesn't really have any kind of like it has a lot of logistics, but it doesn't have anywhere to like put the trucks. So like when we deliver so like when we deliver, we have to stay out. We have to stay in like Ontario or Fontana, and then drive the two out, because even though it's like 60 miles, it takes like 2 hours to drive.
God, thank God.
The traffic is so bad.
Yeah, but also that Petra
No, Ontario, California.
Yeah, that confuses a lot of people because even if you do the abbreviation, they're both like Ontario CA, so it really confuses people.
Yep.
But yeah, that Petro, when I first started driving it on my own, that's where I saw two hookers get into a fist fight, and one of them ripped the other one's wig off.
Oh my God!
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, that rules. I love seeing shit
weave.
like that. That's what I live for.
Yeah, I've been driving for like 3 weeks, and that was like. I was like, wow, that's holy shit.
If you go to a strip club, usually you'll see something like that like daily. I can't imagine the like bouncers.
I don't want to go to a strip club. It's a sad place.
I go to talk to my friends that work there.
You have friends that work at
strip
strip clubs?
outside of the strip club.
I
Unless
do have,
I have
stripper friends, yes.
Oof.
Yeah,
what do you mean, oof? They make more money than I do.
Oh, wow.
I used to have a friend whose mama managed a strip club, and
Was she a lady?
She was pretty awesome. She was really cool. It was like after we turned 21, we'd go there just so he could like chill and like talk with his mom and shit, and we'd come along as well.
Talk to his mom.
Well, he did.
You're still live, by the way, Priest. Just pointing that out.
I know. I'm just looking around. This is actually another town I lived in. It's called Eureka.
Yeah, they made a TV show about it.
On the edge of the rainforest.
Yeah.
I know.
And like
actually, I used to work in Rosewood when I worked with EA.
You
That's
worked
where
with
they
EA?
were.
Rosewood.
I do sometimes. I still do contract work with them.
For
Oh,
what?
Cool. That's cool.
That's
I'm a
not cool. That is incredibly
technical
cringe.
artist.
I mean, it's cool that you do that stuff. It's not cool that you have to work for those kind of companies.
I mean, EA is just where I got my start. Like that's how most people do.
Alright,
They
fair.
own a lot of
No,
shit.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. But no, I just want to mention with this strip club, they had a buffet.
Hell yes.
What?
Sloppy woods and pitties. Hell yeah.
You got barbecue
Yeah.
sauce all over your face, getting motorboated.
And like I hate to say this, it was a really good buffet. Like they constantly
Why
like
do you
fight-
hate that? If you don't like the bitches, the food is great.
Truly the American
stripper
dream.
trying to like rub up,
I've heard about
rub up on you, and you're like,
well,
I'm
it's-
just here for the bacon and eggs.
I'm just here for the wings.
Just put like a
Literally,
slice of
what worked for
bacon
me
between
was,
the
like-
tits. Like, you please.
Don't
Yeah,
spit
yeah,
it all
no,
in one
no,
place.
That happened to me once. Like we went there and like I loaded up on like mashed potatoes and like I go to eat and like yeah, this girl just like come up to me like stretched like lifted her leg up and like got up on the chair and like put her legs over my shoulder like she was riding on my back, and I'm like, I'm just trying to eat here, please.
Bitches, please leave me alone.
You know the meme where it's like, how big that big boy? Small, leave me alone. It's just that.
Here's another interesting bit, right? So I used to kind of live up in this area over here, in this city called Marysville.
Yeah.
And there's this Yuba River and what feeds into the Feather River down here. Now, what's interesting is that this river actually goes all the way into the Sac down
Goes
here,
into
and
the what?
even into the Bay of San Francisco.
Into the sack.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
So,
back.
technically speaking, just kayak. I can get all the way from like up
Bro,
here
you breaking up a lot.
downstream to by just
Yeah,
paddling
Freeze,
down.
you're streaming at 1080p with 60 FPS. No wonder you're breaking up constantly.
Yeah, I might
I'm
want to turn
sorry,
that down.
No, it's not
here.
your fault. We're just trying to
You should
understand what you're saying.
apologize.
Turn it down to
Try
720p.
He's just
Yeah, turn it
saying
down to
he could
720,
kayak
30.
from where he used to
Yeah.
live to San Francisco.
Which is cool.
The ocean.
And the
Oh
ocean,
yeah. There's like rivers and canals that go.
Well, yeah, the Bay
they're-
Area
and they're-
connects to the ocean.
Yeah, well, there's like navigable rivers for like barges and tugboats that go pretty far inland.
I was actually talking to someone about the rivers in California, and they're like, "How could there be rivers in California if there's a drought?"
Yes. Exactly
It's
how
like
that
the not-
works.
County is
It's like, do you not
Really
understand
great.
how water systems work?
You don't understand weather stuff, my guy.
Do you know what a reservoir is? That's a
Yeah, like there's a
man-made
river.
structure.
It goes all the way through there into the Sacramento River, which then down to the Bay of San Francisco. You can literally kayak from like halfway inland from into the state to
But then you have to
San Francisco
kayak back.
Ocean.
Yeah.
Unless you do, unless you decide to do something stupid
And take an Uber.
or have something with your car in San Francisco or something.
Yeah, that's about right.
Oh my god. So just
Then we do
really
like a
quick,
collapsible one and
Oh boy.
just a really quick tangent. So like Martin Luther King weekend happened,
Yeah.
and there was massive.
Is this about to be
massive-
racist?
Yeah, this
No,
sounds like it's
no,
about to be
no,
racist.
it's not. So like in California, in the Sierra Nevadas, like up near like Donner Pass and Lake Tahoe, they had
Okay.
massive snowstorms, like 2 to 3 feet of snow. on Martin Luther King weekend, and I looked up cameras, like road cameras for the roads going up there, and you just see people just sitting up there on the road in the snow in their cars for hours waiting for the roads to be cleared. And I'm just like, why would you want to start your extended vacation weekend doing that? Why not just stay home?
Yeah.
I
That's
just-
the choice
I-
they made.
It's like I'm a truck driver, so my job is to drive, and it's like I see that and like, no, I'm just gonna park it and like go to bed.
I was about to say,
Whoa.
like, if your job is driving, you're probably like, I don't want to drive unless I have to.
Yeah, no. Oh no, when I come home, it's like, people tell me it's like, I mean, I know you. They're like, oh, I know you're introverted, but it's like you almost never want to go anywhere. And it's like, yeah, because we have to drive.
I just
And
feel
I
like
don't
if
wanna
you're
do
driving,
that.
I'll go.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I would hate driving.
Have you ever driven?
Yes.
Hmm.
I have. That's how I found out that I shouldn't do it.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, don't you get car sick?
No, I have a phobia of driving. I'm fine sitting in a car while it's being driven. Actually, there it's like the more of a insane person the driver is, like the more there's just wild shit happening, the more comfortable I feel because I'm like, okay, this is a person who clearly
Clearly they know
person
how
is-
to drive.
Yeah, they've driven like this for a while and they're not dead, so I'm safe.
Mhm. They're
but-
not scared. They're confident.
Yeah, yeah.
For now.
Okay. Question: Can you
For now.
handle
Like,
John?
you
This is
Oh,
two
you don't-
different
Does that
people
say
who are-
foreskin?
You like cat.
Where?
The lake, above the lake. Foreskin.
Oh,
Uh,
Fonz.
Like
you
foreskin.
will
Oh,
love,
man.
you will love the old burger because, like, I'd be like trying to show you like videos on YouTube while I was driving.
Don't do that.
I'd be
Do not
talking-
do
I mean-
that.
Why are
no,
you
that
even
is a
talking while you're
terrible
driving?
fucking idea, my guy.
Oh no, yeah, that is a terrible idea. That's why I stopped doing it. It's like, oh man, I shouldn't do this.
Thank fucking God.
You know,
you
talking
didn't.
like crazy
I mean-
shit while driving, right? I'm gonna see if I can.
I mean,
find
I used to eat food, like not like tacos or something easy to eat. I'd be like eating cereal, like a bowl of cereal while driving.
My boyfriend, he can drive with his
it.
knees.
Yeah, like I eat salad.
So he'd be
or,
like eating
cereal.
And just driving with his knees, and I'm like, could you please put your hands back on the wheel just for me, please?
This has got to result in like an always sunny moment.
It also
Okay, so-
it also helped that at the time I had like a huge like American like an early 1990s like huge like American land yacht that had like such bad steering that you could like
Land
jiggle
yacht?
a big American car. It was an Oldsmobile.
Oh.
And like the steering was just so soft that you could like jiggle the steering wheel like back and forth and the car would just keep going straight.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
I like how
Yeah,
everyone's
so-
like,
Yeah, this
Are we
okay.
really
Now
listening
you
to this
could
guy?
not drive that thing in a European city.
Oh, absolutely not. I would never bring that car over. I saw a picture of a Ford Raptor in Paris on Reddit like a week ago. I'm
You
like,
know
why would
what
you
though?
do that?
Like literally the day after I saw that image, I saw one of those beasts on the street where I live. I shit you not. Same fucking
Yeah.
color.
that's funny.
Yeah. And actually that's been a thing on TikTok. It's like people from like Europe and like Eastern Europe like posting videos of a Dodge Caravan with like Pennsylvania plates like in the middle of Serbia. It's like, what the
Why?
fuck are you doing there?
Why did you import this car?
Yeah, if you're gonna import an American car,
Hey, so like,
sorry, go ahead. Priest.
Go ahead.
Talking of like weird driving shit, right? So this is Bear Lake. It's pretty much the only, as far as like the desert is concerned, it's basically the closest you can get to like actual, like northern
Water.
California weather. It's got water, got trees, it's got green, all that nice shit. Now, my dad used to work in an area like somewhere around here, like at the base of the mountain.
How is
On the other
that-
side of the
So
mountain?
Yeah, so what my dad would do is every 4th of July, he'd get me and my whole family into the truck, and to the mine, I think was like either around here or around here at the base of the mountain.
I can't
And
see
he would
your
just-
cursor.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't see the pointer.
Also, you are roboting exactly as much as you did when you had twice the amount of data going through your cable. I just want to point that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to agree with him.
Have a fucking cable. I'm working off of Wi now.
Jesus, my guy.
I feel bad for Priest.
Yeah,
I,
definitely.
Freeze, like, I feel
Yeah,
bad
so-
for myself.
This
you
is
see my
true.
if I have it in a colored area like now.
What do you mean when you
Colored
say
area?
colored area?
Yeah, I was
Please
like,
Green.
elaborate.
Green.
okay. Green area.
Okay,
Priest, I don't know how to tell you this, but
the
I
green
think you might
color.
Oh
want
my
to revise a
gosh.
few words of yours. Like, I'm not saying that you're
Remember,
racist.
it's
I'm
sounding
Sugar
racist
loaf?
about
saying.
kind of part of our culture.
I want to live in Sugarloaf.
That would
Anyway,
be,
um,
that
Here's
would
what-
be odd.
At the base number, some of those
I-
spots are
I've
is a mine. And what my dad would do is he would get the whole family in his work truck and drive like 100-year-old mining roads, just these
Oh my
back
God.
roads, so we could avoid the traffic and get up to the lake just to watch the
Fireworks?
Just to like get up and watch the fireworks on the 4th of July. Just like drive up these 100-year-old mining roads that were really
Unsafe.
For. No, it
I
was
thank you, Nemo, for filling in whenever he cuts out. That's
I'm
really,
trying. I'm just
trying so hard.
it's like being
Cutting out.
autocomplete on the phone.
yeah. I'm like
Am I cutting out badly?
yeah, you
Yes.
kind of are.
Very.
Yeah.
Like literally exactly
I'm
as
just
much
gonna
as when you were
stream.
streaming with like twice the bandwidth.
Oh, come on, really? Fucking.
How about now?
Yeah. No, not
I
you.
mean, it
Now
just sounds
you're
better.
no longer cutting out. I mean, I
Yeah, no, that
suppose
definitely
I
sounds
suppose
better.
we will see. Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm not cutting out.
Oh, no, you are
Still
absolutely
kind
cutting
of
out, my
are.
friend.
Kind of are a little bit.
It's not as bad.
Yeah. One would fucking hope, like, you know.
yeah, I was
If
like,
he was still cutting out just as much, I'd be like, okay, what in the shit?
well, maybe you need to work on that. But the Wi-Fi's
Be on Ethernet. Now I've been stuck to Wi-Fi because my cable broke.
dang.
And you
Did you have one of those like 1,000,000-foot long ones?
I had one of those like 100-foot long cables that I had to run with duct tape over from my room to the
Ah.
kitchen.
Yeah.
And I think it eventually broke because my dad kept having to like drive his walker over
Mm.
the room, which I can't give him shit over that.
If it's a walker, why was he driving it?
Because he can.
That's what I
Like our walkers, they have like tennis balls on the front and also wheels on the back. So I'm like, I don't
I'm sorry. What are you talking about? Tennis balls?
doesn't have the
like
tennis balls.
the walkers. Like they don't have rubber things. They're just like metal poles. So they put tennis balls so they don't like scrape the floor.
But you just put rubber.
I mean, you could, or tennis balls are cheaper.
Okay, I'm back.
You
Sorry.
have you have space planes that speak languages that humanity hasn't even invented yet. And you can't give these old people fucking rubber bits.
They don't
No.
take care of
No, we
us.
can't.
Fuck me, mate.
We're just meat
Wait.
for the machine.
Wait, what were we? Sorry, I had to go through an inspection station. What were we talking about?
Geriatrics. They don't take care of them.
I mean, it's bad
Oh
enough.
yeah, we pretty much.
I have to I go shopping for like my elderly neighbor because he can't walk anymore properly. Because of like he has a rash on his feet, like on the soles of his feet.
Oof. Oh, that's bad.
And he was trying to get like a higher level of care from the insurance. And they were like, no, you basically can still live perfectly well on your own. And then he, of course, looks at their report and they just didn't mention half of the things he told them. Like the fact that he cannot fucking walk.
I can't walk.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, you walk to the door. And it's like, yeah, but then I have to sit down because my feet are on fire.
Yeah.
And so now he's like, he has to go to court over this.
Yeah, how is he gonna walk to court?
Well, his lawyer's gonna do it for him, but you know.
Well, yeah, but
That is a good point.
yeah, people just throw, especially when you get old or like disabled. They're like, "Well, you're not a valuable member of society anymore." So,
What do you mean I'm not a
It's messed up
valuable
because
member of society?
ostensibly I live in a country where that is a thing that is good. Well, you know, where we take care of our elderly. We have a social system that is not entirely appropriate to deal with them, but you know, it is what it is. In France, they're trying to like raise the
Oh yeah, the
retirement
age, and people are not happy.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, I mean this
Everyone,
is
and
what
I'm
sparked the Yellow Vest protest
legitimately-
last time.
Yeah, no, I'm legitimately shocked. Right-wingers are agreeing with left-wingers and going like, "Yes, we will.
Like,
we
yo,
will
this
help with rallies." It's like we
fucked
will
up.
help with protests. I'm like, do you know how fucking hated you have to be to get both the right wing and the fucking left wing to agree on shit?
the wings are flying
In
now.
fucking France?
This is like
No,
Velma.
the fucking guillotines are being rolled out.
Man, don't even talk about
Don't
it.
even
That's
start
trash.
on
I
that one.
I really honestly think that Mindy Kaling is like a Sam Hyde type figure, where it's like just the shit she does is post-ironic, where you can't like she's so in character that you can't tell if she's in character or not.
I don't know.
It all
I don't think I
seems
jive with it.
genuine, and you just don't know if it is.
Yeah.
Because I mean
Like-
that's the only way that. I mean I
I'm
know it's not the only way, but I
I'm
wish
still
it
like,
was.
how did it get greenlit though? Who was reading this and they were like, yes.
I think. I really think that.
Who is it made for?
I think you and I have talked about this. This thing where a lot of creators in Hollywood. I'm not accusing this show of being that, but a lot of creators in Hollywood like want to like make their own thing in like a certain genre, but you can't do that unless like there's like some big name attached to it. And so then you take
Like
Scooby Doo
Wednesday.
and you write Scooby Doo out of it.
Yeah.
Is it even about ghosts, Velma?
No, not even.
No.
Also, don't fucking mention it. Don't
It's
fucking.
not.
I've not grown tired of the show, but I've grown tired of people complaining about the show. I'm like, just please stop fucking watching it, you fucking idiots. They're gonna
It's
renew it for a
funny,
second
though.
season.
It's
mean-
already renewed.
Oh my fucking
Yeah.
god.
Yeah,
Because everyone watched it because of the memes that were saying bad stuff about it, so they got more views. And they were like, oh, look at it, it's lucrative.
That's
Yeah, I
the
think it
Sam Hyde
premiered at-
aspect.
I
Yeah,
was
it
making
premiered
so
at,
many
like,
bangers. I was
Yeah.
muted the entire time.
I was about to say, like, what do you mean? I didn't hear you say anything.
God damn it.
Damn, you should have wrote them down.
Rip.
She's the yin to Sam Hyde's yang. Like,
Hell yeah.
But yeah, they're renewing a bunch of stuff. Like when they renewed The Witcher, and then it just was the worst rated Netflix show.
Oof.
Oh,
We
it
were all
was
having a laugh.
so
Wasn't that a
bad.
separate? Isn't there like a separate thing as well? Wasn't that
Yeah,
lowly rated?
The Blood trilogy or whatever, or the Blood
Oh,
Oh
Origin.
god, so
Yeah,
like
Origins.
I'm a big fan of Inside Job, so I was really bummed out when it was canceled by Netflix, especially since the creator had like a conclusion to the series like lined out. Like, she had an ending for it, but then Netflix went and canceled it. And so now,
Look, Paradise PD needs a new season, okay?
yeah. But
Honestly,
the French, the French Adult Swim Twitter account posted like a Q&A, and somebody asked them, the French Adult Swim account, hey, is there any chance you guys could bring over Inside Job? And the account said, we'd like to, but we'd have to look into it. And so now everybody's going off like, oh, it might be coming to Adult Swim. It's like, you don't know any of that.
Yeah.
It's a really, I'd love for that to happen. I really would.
The
Just so
funny
we
thing
can
is,
see.
the lawyers don't even know anything about it until like the week
Lol.
before.
Yeah,
Lol.
yeah. It just really sucks because
So like when
Yeah.
people like quote unquote like
You
leak
just-
stuff, I'm like, where did you get this information? Because unless you were one of the people who are working on it and you're
There is
losing your
no
job
way.
right now.
There is no way you can get access to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Inside
Yeah,
Job
yeah.
is one of the few Netflix originals I've been tempted to watch purely
Also,
just
didn't
because
they-
they kind of
Wait,
jive with
isn't Inside Job that animation? Wasn't it cancelled?
yeah, exactly.
That's
It was
literally what they're
canceled.
talking about.
Is
That's what-
the
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm a
conclusion
bit-
of the show when the planes fly into the Twin Towers? Because I've seen that.
Fucking hell.
I was living there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Inside Job is basically all the conspiracies are real, and the people in charge of like covering up and managing it are completely incompetent.
Hell yeah.
It makes for a very, very funny series. Also, lots of drug use.
Hell
Lots
I
of
mean-
drug use.
It was New York, so
I
Well, it's
watched.
Washington D.C.
I watched Kaleidoscope,
Oh, I saw that recently as well.
which I thought was really good. I actually didn't think it was really good. I liked the concept, and I think
what
they
was it about?
did it. Okay, so it's a heist limited series, but you
Okay.
can watch the episodes in any order.
Oh.
And the Netflix gives you like this randomized order thing. Apparently, the white
Wait, that's
episode
new.
always ends up at the end, but you could, in theory, watch the white episode at any time.
Oh,
I did not
boy.
realize it was randomized.
It was randomized.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
That's cool.
That's very cool then. I just
Uh,
thought it was
Does it
Yeah.
show like different aspects of the same heist?
No, at different
or...
times.
Oh, okay.
Different time periods.
each episode is mostly self-contained.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
But
You know you fucked up.
It's interesting because some episodes do foreshadowing, and other episodes like referencing things that have happened, or you see them happen. But whether or not they're foreshadowing or like referencing things that have happened depends on the order that you viewed them in.
Right.
Which is
So it's only foreshadowing if you see it before the other one.
Which is
Okay, yeah, that sounds cool.
it's such a simple thing that you just can play with that I've just never seen done before.
It is very cool. Indeed.
I mean,
Well,
as
you know-
as a whole, it's not like it's not the best heist movie I've seen. The writing is at times a bit sloppy. It's not
Bit of
like
a sloppy
fantastic,
blowjob.
but
It's no Ocean's
good.
12.
Yeah,
Very few things are Ocean's 12.
I honestly one of my favorite films, like unironically.
You know, like the scene where they go to the cafe and the dude who speaks in riddles.
Oh my god,
Fucking brilliant scene.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, hey, I just saw them mention fucking Puss in Boots 2. Jack Horner is like my favorite villain ever. I just love that he's a villain who's just unapologetically evil. He's such a good villain.
Wait,
He's
Oh.
such a good
villain?
villain.
Which villain?
Does he sit in the corner?
No, he's
Well, then is he really little Jack Horner then?
No,
We've
he-
all heard of the
no,
nursery
no.
rhyme.
No,
I
he specifies. He's like, I'm no longer little Jack Horner. I'm big Jack Horner.
Oh, is he the fat guy?
Yeah, he's a giant fat guy. He's
No,
like the
that's
strong.
Shrek.
He's the strong. No, he's the strong fat guy. It's just
I mean, Shrek is a strong fat guy.
That's true. He
it's
is.
true. But But he's like the other. He's like the baby face.
The other strong fat guy.
Yeah. But no, he's got like this. He wants to control all the magic in the world, and he has a lot of magical items. And he's just so unapologetically evil. Like there's this,
so
like
cartoonishly evil.
Yeah, cartoonishly evil. Like there's this one scene where he gets these unicorn arrows, and he wants to test out what they do. So he just like grabs a puppy and like points his crossbow right at the puppy, and Jiminy Cricket's like, "You're not seriously gonna shoot that puppy with these arrows?" And he's like, "Yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do." And then he does it, and the puppy just explodes in the candy.
That fucking rules.
Lol.
Is that the one where they're in like a weird Spanish town? And the
Yeah, because Puss in Boots is Spanish.
Yeah, because Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
Is
It's
Antonio
a- it's a-
Banderas Spanish or is he Mexican?
It's legit. It's a legitimately good movie, and
it is.
yeah,
Like,
all the furries are really thirsty for death. But no,
Is that the werewolf guy?
Yeah,
I
that's the werewolf guy.
completely understand why.
I would say like I'm
This
not
is-
like a furry, but me too. Same.
Sister,
Malaga.
sister,
Malaga,
sis.
Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
Sis.
Oh yeah,
the
there's-
same.
yeah,
Puss
Yeah,
I'm literally the same right
in
now.
Boots?
Yeah.
Is Death his
He's
name?
actually
Death.
Spanish.
yeah, he's
Yeah, Puss in Boots is from Spain.
Okay, this is just a dog.
He's a werewolf, man.
He's a werewolf.
Yeah, a dog.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
No.
Bear.
Werewolf.
It's just a dog.
They're different.
If you see me
It's
at
just
the
a
club,
dog.
we'll be
Oh,
dancing
yeah,
all night. See me at the
Oh yeah,
club.
one thing with Jack Horner, it's not really a spoiler because it's been spread everywhere, and of course it's a kids movie, so you know what's gonna happen. But when like Jack Horner's defeated, he just yells out, what did I do to deserve this? No, really, what specifically did I do to deserve this? And then as he sinks into the ground, he does the Terminator 2 like thumbs up with his like purple thumb, and then as he's sinking down, the purple thumb turns into like a thumbs down. He like turns his hand, he like twists his hand around, and it's like, God damn, what an asshole.
That actually like reminds me of like when the movie came out and everyone was like, "Oh, imagine waiting 10 years for a sequel," talking about Avatar, and then it gets rated lower than Puss in Boots on Rotten Tomatoes.
My girlfriend almost died watching that film.
What?
Puss in
Wow.
Boots?
Yeah, okay, so
What?
she was in the cinema, and she was with her. She asked me, "Do you want to go with me and my friends to see Avatar 2?" And I was like, "I would literally rather drive nails through my ball sack than do that."
Same.
Wow.
And so I didn't
Same.
go.
Really?
And so while she's there, I also had my podcast. And while she's there, I get a call from a friend of hers, which already was like weird because she's like, oh, she's fucking, we called an ambulance and she like collapsed and everything. And you know, I ran down to the cinema and she was fine. She had like a breathing mask that she knew because she had hyperventilated. And the reason that it had... So my girlfriend is very... She really gets into watching things. Like, she gets really immersed in it. And Avatar has all of these, like... the Avatar has all these underwater scenes. And
Oh,
so
right.
she would...
You told us this.
Yeah, she would draw in breath sharply and then hold her breath and then breathe, like, a lot. And that led her to hyperoxygenate her blood.
Oh no!
That's why she passed out.
I got too excited to watch the
It's
movie.
incredible.
It almost
she
killed
doesn't
me.
even remember the ending of it.
Can you imagine wasting 3 hours and not even?
Oh my God.
And
Yeah,
she,
but-
the bad thing is that she liked the film, which is like, okay.
Oh man.
All right.
Like
Well,
Avatar fanboys wish they could be that immersed.
man, I was at the theater and I could hear them clapping from like out in the hallway. And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
American thing.
Yeah,
what the fuck are
yeah.
they clapping at? It's Avatar. Like,
Well, I'm sorry, people clap in the cinema?
sometimes,
that
like,
happens.
especially
Yeah,
at the end.
Yeah.
They also clap at the end of flights. Like when
Yeah.
the plane lands.
I've seen this happen, though. When I was a kid, I was taught that you have to do that. Until I
No.
eventually found out that it's really dumb.
I was the same
It's
way.
fucking cringe.
I was taught
I
the
was
same
like-
thing too.
If you clap when this plane lands, we're not friends anymore. Don't talk to me. I don't know you.
It's like pilots think of this like, this is like clapping if I manage to park my car. Like it's
Right.
Yeah.
They do
Yeah.
this
I'm like,
5 or
congratulations,
6
you did your
times a
fucking
day.
job.
Yeah. And
Oh, but,
I'm happily I haven't heard that happen in a while.
I do thank them,
Imagine-
like, when I leave, because they're just standing there, I'm like, thanks. And that's...
Thank the bus driver.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I get off a plane, I tell them thank you for the service. Yeah.
But I'm giving
It's
you a
the same-
standing
Fucking
ovation.
murdering me.
Yeah, I do.
Imagine
I
going
do
to,
the same. Yeah, I also do
Going
the
to
same
what?
in movie theaters because I know they have to go and clean up all the crap that people leave behind. Anyway,
Man,
Thank you for not like diving
when I was
the
in
plane.
college,
Yeah.
the fucking 50 Shades movie came out, and I was working at a movie theater, and you know how many fucking cucumbers with condoms on them were in the fucking, like, under
no.
the seats and shit?
So much.
No.
I was like,
me.
uh,
End me, please.
the movie didn't even have porn in it, and I was like, what are you doing?
like the worst
You're
thing I ever
fucking
did
dumb.
at a movie theater was like me and a couple friends brought like a whole like pizza into this. We snuck a pizza
How did you sneak a pizza?
into the movie theater. That was like, we put the slices of pizza in Ziploc bags and put them in
Oh.
our coats.
Oh, that's
Do you
different.
want to know
Power
something? Do you... Wait,
This
really?
this is some Ocean's 11 shit.
Wait. Do you want,
You've
do
never
you
gone to a
want-
movie theater with a girl with a giant purse?
do
They
you want
they
to
hide
know
everything in
something-
there.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something heretical? A friend of mine he likes pizza, but he doesn't eat it.
The sentence I just heard was
I was like,
a friend of mine eats. It's like, what? What,
Yeah.
what the fuck do you mean, dude?
No, I needed to rephrase it. But a friend of mine likes
Does he eat
pizza,
flesh?
but the way he eats it, he doesn't eat it like he quarters it or
With a
he halves
fork?
it and then
Crust first, like
No. Another friend of mine actually eats it crust first.
Folds
But
it
no, he wraps it.
like a burrito.
Yeah,
What do you mean he wraps
he,
it?
he wraps it like a burrito and then
Like a
eats it.
burrito.
Yeah.
That's
What?
Oh yeah. I've seen people,
Explain
I've
this
seen
to me.
people do that.
So
I don't know.
it only works with triangle pieces because the square piece is too small.
Also like New York style, like the big floppy pizzas.
Yeah, the
were
big
best,
floppy
obviously.
pizzas.
Because
Yeah.
there is a
big,
there is
drippy,
something that you
floppy
do
Hot.
that they do in Italy where they will just push in the tip of the triangular slice and they will push it over and create a sort of pizza eating shape like that. But he
Yeah.
rolls it up basically.
Like a burrito, yeah.
No, that's yeah,
And
I
like
give
a
him
giant
pass.
tube.
That
Yeah, I
seems-
give him a pass. That sounds pretty good.
If you're doing this with a triangular slice, I mean that's literally what they do in Italy. Like I don't, that's
Fair.
not heretical.
Well, I mean, he gets a round pizza though. Legitimately.
Oh,
he
hang
gets a
on.
round
So
pizza.
he gets a round pizza and then he folds it.
Yeah.
like
So
the whole
does he
pizza,
roll the entire pizza like a burrito?
or just by the slice?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No.
This is-
The entire thing as a fucking burrito.
Does he
That is
cut
a-
it into pieces after that? Or
That is like
I don't.
toxic masculinity. I love
toxic masculinity?
I mean, I like
burger.
calzones, but this is
I do like
This
calzone.
takes it a bit, right?
It takes it a bit, yeah. Because like if you roll one piece like a burrito, it's like whatever. But if you're rolling the entire thing, you're like, maybe you might be a little bit mentally challenged. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
Burger, I saw on at least on the American side of Twitter, like the whole New Year's tradition of the lead. You know how you guys do that thing with the lead in the water, and you read the pattern of the lead, and it tells you how your year is going to be.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that got posted on Twitter, and that got like some discussion. But what really like blew people away was the marzipan pigs. Apparently,
Wait, what?
yeah, in Germany, I guess it's a
Is that like
tradition
a
at New Year's
dessert?
to give. Yeah, it's little pigs. It's marzipan in the shape of pigs.
I mean, that's
And,
So, like,
that
Germans
not,
get-
Is that like
weird?
sugar cookie?
No, marzipan's like
cookie cut-
sweetened.
No, I
No,
know what
it's
that
a-
is. I'm saying like were they
Yeah.
like cakes, like 3D cakes, or were they like flat pig shaped?
No, they were like they used marzipan like clay, and they made like actual little sculptures of pigs.
Is that
Aw.
not normal?
No.
No,
Because
not in the States.
you can buy literally every shape imaginable in marzipan.
We only get the flat ones in America.
Like you can,
Like the
there's
sheep
like
man.
you can. Oh my, you were in for a fucking surprise. So that
I sure am. Like when I seen the hippo like Kinder things, I was like,
you can
Oh, yeah,
like this is a classic. I'm gonna post this in chat. This is this may look like a fruit basket, but it's actually completely made out of marzipan. This is a very normal.
it's like
all
everything
edible.
is cake.
It's an art form. It's been around for like centuries.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
get that.
it's like I've known about this obviously, but yeah, it's not an American thing, and it actually kind of surprised me how people were like, "Whoa, they actually do this," and it's like, well, yeah.
Well, I mean, I knew they did it with like cake and fondant and stuff. I didn't know you could just do it with like marzipan.
I assume it's
Yeah,
even easier
yeah.
because you just have to shape it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
marzipan's is like edible Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Even
kinda
though
is.
even though a lot of kids did eat Play-Doh.
I was about to
which
say
I've
I
never,
ate it.
I would eat Elmer's glue, but I'd never eat Play-Doh. Like when I was a really
No,
when I was
Elder's
a-
Glue looked too much like cum for me. It's a
I don't
Play-Doh.
know.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Why did you, as a child, think
Yeah, I
this
was
looks
like,
too much
I
like
w-
cum?
no, I was
Well,
like,
when your mom's a hoe,
yeah. No, for
when
some
you don't
reason,
have a
when I was-
daddy and it's just a bunch of random men, you kind of get there.
No, like when I was like 3 years old, my dad told me about this. It's like I had it. I just would, if I was playing and I had like, Elmer's glue, I would just start eating it, and I don't know why.
I mean, kids
Like it
eat-
wasn't.
like kids put stuff in their mouth a lot. That's just
Yeah,
a learning thing when you're a child.
That is true.
and Elmer's glue, while it's not edible, it's not toxic. But it's like I wasn't allowed and I actually remember I wasn't allowed to have have it until like the first grade.
Wow, that's kind of
'Cause it was-
sad.
Yeah, and then like eventually I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to eat this. Though there were some kids who still ate it in the first grade.
I mean, there were kids who ate it in high school. It's just
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
That's true.
Anything interesting on chat side, Burger?
No, I'm no.
Um,
I mean, yes, but I found something.
Oh, pause. You want to talk about something sad? And
no.
I was actually I was kind of friends with the kid because we were both in anime club. But there was a
that
kid.
sounds about right.
Yeah, there was a kid who during class would like draw on his arms. He'd draw like Star Wars fighters
Mhm.
and like Dragon Ball
Where you
Z
going with this?
characters
Fucking
on
weird.
his arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, he draw like Star Wars and Dragon Ball Z on his arms. He got bullied a lot for it because this was
Yeah.
in high school. But then like Columbine happened, and then all
everybody
of a
left them
sudden,
alone.
yeah, and everybody left him alone. The same thing happened to me because I got bullied, as well.
Oh.
And yeah,
And they were like, "Oh, these guys are the school shooters."
yeah.
I think I heard this on Chapo, where they said like Germany in terms of how Germany is treated by the cultures of the world is essentially like the kid who did the school shooting. Like they got bullied, made fun of, then they did the school shooting, just like the worst thing that's ever happened. And then now, this is where the analogy breaks down. So just go with me. Then it's like the kid is reformed. He's paid his debt to society. It's like back in class, and the world just immediately starts bullying them again. Just right off the bat, learned absolutely nothing.
And then you have the United States there, who literally has all the guns.
Yeah.
No, okay. If someone came back to school after they did a school shooting, 10 out of 10, there would be those fucking alt bitches who are like, "Have a baby with me."
Oh yeah. Oh god, that was so.
They would be like, "Oh, he's such a killer," and you're like, "Girl, you got mental issues."
That is.
Work it out.
Well, that's the crazy thing with the Jeffrey Dahmer show is that you have like African American women being like, "He kind of cute though," and I'm like, "He killed you. He killed you."
Well, to be fair, he only killed guys. So.
He was gay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
In
Basically,
this analogy, the alt women are American neo-Nazis.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds about right.
See, the biggest, actually with Columbine, the biggest lie about it was that they were like, what were their names? Dylan and Eric. The idea that they were outsider, like loner golf kids is complete bullshit. They were both pretty popular kids. It's just that they were just fucking evil. Like if you actually listen to their tapes and their videos, they just wanted to do it just to cause chaos.
That
they were
sociopaths.
Cool.
They were actual agents of chaos.
Yes. That's what one person called them. Is like, yeah, they weren't goth, they weren't depressed, they weren't sad. They were just agents of chaos.
Shout out to them. Friends of the show.
Oh my god, this is going to be a nasty
Tom
battle.
and Jerry
Holy crap.
from the Columbine Massacre.
God. Pray for my soul, Burger. I'm going to fucking die.
I don't think Burger prays.
I
don't care. I'm going to fucking die.
I'd love to get more into like spirituality. Maybe I'll start sacrificing shit to myself.
Yeah, like food. Me.
Yeah.
No, you should.
I really want to just go into the forest and put like a fire and cook something on it. I feel like that would be a very spiritual experience.
It's very fun. We trap like rabbits and squirrels and stuff.
You should. Yeah, you should do that. Or
making a bonfire and cooking it on it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels like, wow, this is a human experience that I'm experiencing right now.
You can
Bustin' makes me feel
also
good.
do like something. I thought about doing checking out like Satanism and like the left hand path and stuff like masturbation sigils and stuff.
What?
You know.
What the fuck?
Excuse me.
Masturbation
you never heard
sigils?
Was that
you make a sigil.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I'm talking about Satanism.
Catholic priests.
You know.
Then Catholic priests be everywhere, my guy.
Hold on, before this ends,
No,
I have to post a picture.
Yeah, post it.
Post the picture.
But yeah, like
This is what I assumed you meant.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's crazy about these
All
anti-masturbation
that is
crosses?
a tiny child. What is he doing?
Well, no. The crazy thing is that they have them in sizes for toddlers up to adults.
Toddlers?
What kind of fucking toddler is
It's-
pulling on his dick?
No, it can
Tearing
no.
up.
Seriously, no. This really just legitimately comes
The
from
Catholic
the satanic
priests
panic.
would know.
No,
Oh
this
my
is from
God.
the satanic panic of the 1980s, where like anything a child
I wasn't
did,
alive in the 80s, so I
Well, no. It's like we like sometimes kids do weird stuff like the and like anything like a kid would do. They would think like, oh, he or she's like
like being
expressing.
left-handed.
Yeah, that there's something wrong with them. Maybe they've been abused or something. Because it's like you always like sometimes you'll see a kid like with their hands down their pants, and you see their parents like, "Hey, get your hands out of your pants! Don't do that! Not here!" And like
Not here.
they'd see,
Not here.
they'd see shit like they see shit like that and be like, "Oh wait, why is he playing? Why does that kid have his hands in his pants?
Stop
Was he abused?"
jacking off at the funeral. Stop doing it.
We don't do that in front of the produce.
Yeah, I had something
no.
similar happen with my parents where they walked into my room and they thought that I was like being all satanic and stuff just because I had an altar and, pinned up on it and sacrifice was a squirrel and I was drinking its blood. But
my
That's just
God.
a normal kid thing to do, honestly. Anyway,
That's
it
just
is.
like fourth grade.
It is time to
Yeah.
end the stream. We have
Okey-doke.
the time is here. Good food.
Goodbye.
Finish this battle
Bye.
and then go to sleep because I need to
Away.
catch up.